Welcome, you guys. Today I have Lyon Li with us, YIS Ambassador out from Boston. He is going to be doing a discussion Q&A with you guys today. So I'm going to give it over to Lyon.
Hey guys. So Christian, how do you want to run discussions?
Yeah, so Lyon, just a little bit of background about who you are, what you do, how you came to YIS, and what do you do for work, if you're still in school, how you got there, any internships that you want to talk about?
Oh, sounds good. Thanks so much, Christian. So right now I'm a senior year student currently in Northeastern Universities. How I joined YIS is that I did a study abroad in Hong Kong. That's where I meet James. So I had a lunch talk with him, and he gave me the opportunity, asked me to learn more about YIS. Then I decided to join in. So it's quite a bit of fun journey. I learned a lot about investments as well. I also feel very fortunate to participate and meet you guys. I feel like you guys are the futures leaders on the investments or on business or anything. So I feel like really excited to see you guys asking questions. I think those are really, really good questions. I think when I was in high school, I was not so actively looking for investment opportunity and learning the investment knowledge. So I think it's really inspirational. In terms of internship, I do have a few internship. One of them is kind of right in the financial industry. The other one is in the consulting industry, which is quite more recent. I did a fund accounting role, which really focused on trying to track the movement of the mutual fund, also the exchange traded funds, which ETFs in the US and also a few in the European markets, which I think is quite an experience. I learned a lot about how the investment fund will be managed in a day-to-day basis. And more recently, I did a consulting, a research role. It's a Boston Consulting Group, BCG, which I feel extremely honored and fortunate to take these opportunities. Yeah, so let me know if you guys have any question on these, or if you guys have any question about like college process or applications or internship, like feel free to ask.
I have a quick question. First of all, I'd like to thank you for presenting today. I wanted to ask you, how did you find your internships?
Hello, Ryan. Thanks so much for the question. Yeah. So for me, it's because I'm in Northeastern. So we have a core program, which is a 6 months internship experience. So you're not taking class, but rather you go to apply for an internship and then you work in there for 6 months full time. So it's quite experience. I know a few other school also has it, but kind of Northeastern, they're very famous for these core programs. Yeah, and there's a ton of opportunities over there.
So Lyon, your internship was through the college that you attend?
That's correct, yeah. So that's a connection with my schools.
Got it, got it. Ryan is still in high school, so he's trying to see what his next step is.
But Ryan, there are also a lot of summer internship opportunities as well. So like if you find a company which you're interested, in the career page of the company, there will be detailed information about what kind of roles are open, what kind of description of the preferred candidates which they're looking for, and you can apply for them through the website. That's something to consider. Does this answer your question, Ryan?
Yes, it does. Thank you.
Of course, yeah.
All right, doesn't look like anyone else has any other questions. Lyon, I wanted to bring up the stock pitch competition. Lyon was at our New York event for our global stock pitch competition back when we were able to go to New York. I think that was what, 2019, Lyon? I wanted to know if you had any stock tips for our students today. Anything that you saw that stood out to you about presentations, or tips or tricks that you saw that could help them for this year?
Thanks so much, Christian. I think that a few strategies, right? It's great to invest on what you know and also pitch on what you know the most, right? And also think about like what's your advantage over others. Like I know a few persons who are very interested in pharmaceuticals, and then they did a great presentations on robotics technology and how robotics can help the doctors like in the patient rooms, right? And they show a very sophisticated financial valuations and also very detailed video of it, which I think is extremely enlightening, right? That's something I never think about before. But other students might very interested in gaming, right? And then they pitch a few company which they know the most about that, and then they know what the revenue looks like, right? Because they are the users of it and they have first-hand experience. I think with the personal experience really helps a lot when trying to find a company which you want to pitch, and because this is something really know the most about. I also maybe think about like your professional experience, like what do you want to do next? I think because we don't do things randomly, right? I think everything you do in the end kind of connect dots to each other and lead to your future path. I think more strategically on these can really help with directions. In terms of valuations, I think you guys already attend weekly meetings, already know a lot, so I'm not too worried about. But I think just on the think a little bit strategically can really help sometimes. Hopefully that helps.
Yeah, absolutely. I totally agree. I love when students are passionate about what they're speaking about, and that really translates in the stock pitch report. We know when you are just reading from your materials or when you're speaking from like, I use this product, or I, use this, whatever gaming console or whatever it is that you're talking about. I think that personal experience goes a long way, and it makes your presentation more exciting because you're excited about it. Does that make sense?
Christian, you're totally right. Yeah, listen to her. Yeah, your passion is really the key to everything, really.
All right, you guys. Well, I just wanted to let you guys know that we're going to have a stock pitch prep night, and that's at the end of this month. So we'll do our regular, instead of our regular YIS Global Online Club meeting, we'll have the stock pitch prep night. It'll be March 31st, and we've actually invited some past winners from our global stock pitch competition to come on board and to give you guys tips and tricks and see some past winners along with our judges. We'll have some judges who will let you know what they're looking for, what the grading criteria looks like, and we'll be able to do a Q&A session as well. So looking forward to that. Leon, of course, you're welcome to join us. We'd love to have you. I see that you've put the resource page in the chat. If you guys wanted to download that, it has all of the PE ratios for different industries. I think it's a great resource page to have. All right, you guys. Well, until next week, I will see you same time, same place. Bye, guys.